Hey, what's up TikTok or YouTube? It's Eisen, and today I'm going to be showing you my range warm-up routine as a Diamond 3 Jetman. Alright, so first things first, you're going to want to load into the range like I just did here. Alright, and you're going to want to grab a Sheriff, and you're going to want to grab some shield. I always just grab shield anyways, and you're just going to go on normal practice, alright? So once you guys get here, you guys are going to step in the center, and you're going to take the Sheriff, and you're just going to practice shooting. And you're gonna practice your flicks. You want to make sure that you're always like going for headshots, because obviously you want to be accurate as much as possible, and you just want to speed it up the more you get more comfortable with. Alright, so just do that for about like a minute or so. Alright, and then once you start doing that for a minute and you feel pretty warm with that, you're gonna start adding movement in. So little jiggles, pre-fires, anything like that, you're gonna start adding movement in. Alright, make sure you're strafing, do like little jiggle taps, but you want to make sure that you're aiming for the head, because it's very important. Your first shot, you always want it to be accurate. So as you can see, I'm trying to be as accurate as possible. And you're just going to do this for a bit as well. I'd say no more than 2 minutes on this, because you want to be super accurate. And warming up your aim for a long time is really bad for you. So you want to keep that too short. You know what I mean? Alright. So next, once you guys get done doing that, you guys are going to grab a Guardian. And you guys are going to come over here to this side of the map. Alright. Quick disclaimer real quick. I've watched different pros warm up. So like Demon1, Zekin, Aspas, something. My warm up I just made by taking what I liked out of the warm up and just tuning it to where it best suits me. So everyone's a little bit different, and it varies from person to person. But you're gonna come over here with the Guardian, right? And again, you're gonna do the same thing that you did with the Sheriff. You're gonna start tapping heads. Make sure you flick. You want to be accurate here. You guys can start going a little bit faster if you feel like you want to go faster, right? You guys can ADS with it. I like ADSing because it helps me get warm, especially since I play on a glass pad. Alright. Again, you don't want to spend too long on this because, you know, warming up for too long is bad for you. So once you guys get done doing that, ADSing and just flicking from bot to bot, you're going to want to start adding movement in just like we did with the Sheriff. So flicking from bot to bot, really focusing on that crosshair placement and making sure that your crosshair is on the head before you actually click your mouse. That way we're making sure that our first shot always connects. Just like that. Next, you want to grab a Vandal and you want to come up here. So this part I did steal from Demon1's warm-up routine. I did really like this aspect of warming up. But basically, you want to take a Vandal and you want to get up here on these stairs. And you want to just stand and you want to tap the bots from an elevated angle. Just like this. And just practice your one taps and flicking from bot to bot. Making sure that your crosshair is actually on the head before clicking your mouse, right? And if you miss like that, it's okay. Just make sure you take your time with it because it is important to be accurate. Alright, and then once you get better at it, obviously, you can speed up. You could also practice your burst here. It's really good for practicing your burst. So if you want to tap, burst, tap, tap, burst, you can do that. Or if you want to burst and then practice your tapping, you could also do that as well. But again, just like we did with the last thing, you're going to practice moving around and strafing. So just practicing your taps, make sure that your crosshair is on the head of the target. because you want to be accurate. Alright, and if you want up here, sometimes, if I'm feeling like I really need it, I will practice my spray transfers from up here. Because it is a lot harder to practice spray transfers from elevated, because when you spray your gun, your recoil goes up, right? So it makes it easier when you go to the ground. Alright, it doesn't have to be perfect. So once you get done doing that, again, don't do it for more than 2 minutes because you don't want to warm up for too long. You're going to come down here and you're going to do the same thing, except this time you're going to add movement in right away. So you're going to start tapping, trying to be as accurate as possible. Burst, tapping, whatever you do, however you feel like you need to warm up with movement and just tapping or bursting in general. That's what I want you guys to do here. And focus on hitting the crosshair right on top of the head, pretty much. Obviously, if you can do it faster than this, you can do it faster. Or if that's too fast, you know, take your time, go slow. So yeah, I just do that until I feel warm. And then I come over here and I will take out my knives and I will updraft and I will try to see how many bots I can hit before I actually land on the ground. So I really like this one. This one's fun because obviously as a Jett main, this implements your knives, which is very important. It's very strong to have knives on an eco and be able to frag out with them. So I just updraft here and I try to kill as many bots as I can before hitting the ground. So I'm practice macro adjustings and flicking at the same time, basically. So again, take your time with this. If you need to count how many bots you're hitting when you hit the ground, that's fine. You can count, but I don't count. I just flick from target to target as fast as I can. Try to hit as many bots, just like that. And I'll usually do this part for about 5 times. So I think we did 4, or was that 5? I'm not 100%. And then sometimes after, I'll just flick normally like this. So I warm up my flicks a little bit more with the knives. Gives me a visual just like that. Alright. And then so once you guys get done doing that, that will take about 3 minutes if you do the updraft for 2. And then you do the flicking over here for 1. And then so we're about to end off with the knives over here. This next part is just personal preference. This is what I do because I think it helps me with my movement with my knives. So next part, you know, as Jett, you can glide before you hit the ground. So if you jump and hold down your spacebar, you will be able to glide just like this. And so I'll take my knives out. I'll jump and I'll glide, and as I'm falling down, I'll try to hit as many bots as I can across the range. So just like that, I'll try to see how many bots I can get before I hit the range. Now with this one, I would recommend you start off slow, and then as you get better at it, you can speed it up. But I just do this so I can get a little bit better with it. And if you guys want to get crazy with it, you guys can move, because sometimes you'll be moving when you have Jett knives pop, especially in the glide if you're like holding a peek from the wall. So you move with it a bit as well. Or if you want to make a game out of it where you jump up and glide, see how many times you can count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oop, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And you can try to beat your record every time. Alright, and this is the last part that I do. So this next part is just basically it's double clicking, but it's in a flick. So obviously if you hold down your knives, you'll run out of your knives, right? So most people know this if they play Jett. And so what I'll do is I'll jump and I'll hold down my knives and I'll try to hit a flick with 2 of my knives before hitting the ground. So this is very important to practice, because sometimes you will not have enough time to click twice and it's just better to hold down. So if you can practice flick transferring It's very good to practice because sometimes you'll be in an updraft and you'll need to hit a flick. A good example is Tens when he played Jet in Pro Play. He would do this a lot. So just practice doing that. As you can see, I haven't done it in a while, so I'm not very good at it. But we're getting better. Alright, we'll just do that. And then I'll pretty much be done with knives over here. And then it depends upon the day how I'm feeling. Usually I'll do hard bots with Sheriff. So hard bots will spawn in. I'll practice just doing hard bots and trying to be as accurate as I can, obviously, with the Sheriff. Because you want to be as accurate as you can to get you warm. So just like that. You can add movement in, or if you want to stand still, it's really up to you. And I just happen to be whiffing a decent amount of them right now. Alright, so I got 16. Now usually, if I'm warm, already warm, I'll get around 20. So when I'm not warm, I'll get around 16 to 17. But yeah, I'll do one with the Sheriff, and then I'll switch to the Guardian. I'll do one with the Guardian. If I lock in here. Okay, we're not locking in. So as you can see, I only got 10. But if you feel like you need to go again and warm up a little bit more, that's fine. And then after I feel I'm warm with the Guardian, just doing hard bots, I'll usually do it with the Vandal. So again, you don't want to take too long on these little segments. So when you're practicing like different methods of aiming on the bots, you don't want to take too long. So this whole routine shouldn't take you more than about 15 minutes, or I'd say even 20 minutes max. But it's been scientifically proven if you warm up for too long, it's really bad for you. And so I'm just implementing this now, and so I can get back to where I need to be. But after I do it with Guardian, I'll do it with Vandal. So I'll step up here, do it with Vandal. Practice my flicks, one tap, strafing, stopping. You know, you can burst with it. You need a jiggle. Practice your movement. Again, trying to be accurate. Alright. So like I said again, if I'm not warmed up, I'll get from like 16 to 17. So, and it's okay if you can't do hard bots as well. If you need to do medium bots or slow bots to get better at it, that's perfectly fine too. You want to basically work your way up to hard bots. I'd say that's the goal. And then for overall, you would want to be able to do 30 straight in a row. But, you know, that takes time and practice. So basically, after I'm done with this part of the range, I will actually come over to here, right? And because I play Jet, I will buy an op, and I will practice quick scoping on these targets over here, right? So I'll break the first target, and I'll pre-aim with my sniper where I want to quick scope, alright? So I'll take my sniper out, aim in, and I'll shoot a target while pre-aiming, right? And so this is good to practice just because timing with the op can be tricky sometimes if you don't get it right. But once you learn the timing, it's pretty easy. And so this is how I practiced my op, because I am a Jet main. So I'll practice quick scoping, just like that, pre-aiming. Alright. And then so once you get done with that and you feel like you're pretty warm, then I'll pop my dash and I'll start trying like drag scopes, right? So I'll start from an angle, jump out, pop my dash, take a shot, dash back, right? This is really good because you need to practice doing this, because when you get in a game, this is how you're going to be opping, right? So practice your drag scopes. If you mess up a shot, just keep doing it until you hit it. You can get fancy with it. Do a 360 if you want. You can practice going right. You can practice going left. You can practice going up. And if you need to, practice going down. Let's try again. That was bad. Alright. Or if you want to practice some crazy flick from the side, like that, that's fine too. Alright. And sometimes I'll even practice like doing it backwards, because sometimes he'll be elevated on the spot. Quick scope in, need to take a shot, right? And dash back out. Oh, I don't know why that's happening. There we go. Alright. And if you want to get better with the Marshall, this is a good way to practice as well. Your quick scoping. The Marshall timing is a little bit different. It's a lot faster. So just practice your quick scopes. So again, with most sniper rifles, it's all pre-aiming really. You pre-aim, and this is why hard bots really help, because if you want to practice with snipers, you already need to have the mechanic of pre-aiming down. So when you just get on the target, you can basically just quick scope in. Alright. And again, you can practice with dash. I'll do this sometimes, not all the time. But you just want to practice your aim, your drag scopes like this. Alright. I've been missing a couple. Alright. And then last but not least, I know there is one part that I forgot, and that is basically spray transfers. So most of the time, I'll practice my spray transfers over here. I won't do them over there in the range, because I don't know, I just like it better. And since this is one for a while, so you're just gonna aim on a target. You practice your strafing or your bursting, and then you're gonna practice your spray transfer, obviously. So you're gonna spray, transfer to the target. You could do from far to close or close to far, which is a lot harder. Just like that. So from far to close, practicing spray transfer. So far to close or close to far, either one doesn't matter. I'll practice that for a bit. Alright, but yeah, that is my warm-up routine as a Diamond 3 Jet main. I hope you guys enjoyed.